inspiration, and free business tips. Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people show up. It's 1:30. Yes, and I wanted to come on and share some motivation, inspiration, and free business tips. And we're going to talk about money. I don't have the money, Jerusha, to start a business. I don't have the money to get the apps. I don't have the money to get the inventory. I don't have the money to start that nonprofit. I don't have the money. We're going to talk about it. We're going to, first of all, change your language. We're going to change the words that are coming out your mouth. We're going to change the way that you think about money. Yes, money is not a taboo subject. Money is great. Money is a tool. Money is a resource. We need money to make better choices. Yes, hello, gorgeous. So let me just tell you, when you jump on, all the pretty people actually speak to me. So if you're a pretty person, you say, hi, Jerusha, and you let me know that you are here. Yes. Yes, I see you. Miss Maria's in the building. Yes, Fallon is in the building. Let me know that you are here by saying, hi, Jerusha. All the pretty people show up, and all the pretty people share and tag. All the pretty people, let me know where you reside. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you are a Georgia peach, you're in Atlanta with me. Yes, you're my neighbor. Yes, let me know. New Jersey is in the building. Yes, so I'm streaming in several places. So I just want to make sure that I see you. I see you. Do me a favor. Click the three dots if you're on Facebook and show that. Hi, Patrice introduced me to you. Hi, Jerusha. Oh, yes. Hello, gorgeous. I like meeting all the new people. So if you're a newbie, put newbie below. Say, I'm a newbie. I am a newbie. If you are a newbie, I love you, because guess what? You're in for a ride of your life. And so I'm going to share a few overcoming objections about the money thing and why people stop themselves from getting started because they use the excuse of, I don't have the money. And I know sometimes if you're in a really bad situation, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you're homeless, okay? And so I'm saying you work a job, or you know how to generate more money, or you know how to save the money that you have to start the business that you want, or the project, or the whatever. So we're going to talk about when you introduce your business or your opportunity or your product to someone and they say, I don't have the money. What do you say? You can put in the comments. What do you say? Oh my goodness. Hello. I have a newbie. Miss Harris is a newbie. Massachusetts. Hi. Charlotte is in the building. Hey, Charlotte. Miss Davita is in the building. All right. Let me know that you're in the building. Yes. Safari. I see you on Instagram. Yes. Instagram is a little further away from me because you got to have like 50 devices, even though I'm streaming through StreamYard. But Instagram and TikTok doesn't allow you to stream through StreamYard. So you have to have another device. You're beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. I try. Thank you so much. You are beautiful too. Miss Ramona is in the building. All right, let's talk about this money issue. I'll take 15, 20 minutes of your time. A quick motivation, inspiration, and free business tips. Thank you so much for joining me on all the platforms. That is so wonderful that we can actually reach people all over the country. I see Houston in the building. Yes, I see Africa in the building. It's so great that you can actually reach people all over the country. And so there's no reason why you're not building a business online. What is the real reason? And so you're going to have to get over yourself because there's too many ways to connect with people all over the country. I'm saying all of these people are everywhere. So there's not a shortage of customers. There's not a shortage of people. It's not. It's all about you building a relationship. It's all about you asking the right question. It's all about you marketing and branding. It's all about you. You're it, my dear. You are it, Deborah. You are it, Nikisha. You are it, Deborah. You're it. You're it. You're it. You're it. Okay? So nothing is stopping you. Money isn't stopping you. Nothing. None of those things are stopping you. Your aunt, your mother, your sisters, nobody is stopping you. You're stopping you. Say, Jerusha said, I am stopping me. Okay? So I'm the problem. I'm the solution. So if you missed it, let me introduce myself because I got to tell you, It's so important to make connections and build relationships. So I'm Jerusha Wiggins, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach in the direct sales business. And I help women start a business in my organization or build their current businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat, hashtag double threat. And what that means is I built my business initially offline. Years ago, yes, started offline. You name it, I did it offline. Business, office meetings, hotel meetings, whatever was necessary, coffee shops. I built my business initially offline, and I did build the business well, okay? Then in 2017, 2018, I started actually coming online. I did all the things wrong, so don't be afraid to do it wrong. I did it wrong at first. I was Pamela Anderson. I didn't know. I was posting and praying and praying for the best. And I said, okay, this isn't working. How can I learn a skill? All of this is skill-based. You can learn anything. So I started learning the skill, right, to be online. I started learning how to market online, how to attract my ideal prospect, right? So anybody can learn, guys. And so I'm doing what you did. I was listening to people. The difference is I implement it. So I'm the person who, if I hear it, I'm doing it. I'm not going to write it down and think about it. If I hear a hack, a solution, a tip that's beneficial to my business and what I'm trying to do, I'm doing it that day. I'm doing it because I want to shorten my learning curve. And so I show up with for you because I want to shorten your learning curve. Like, come on now. We all can win. There's so much room at the top. There's so much room at the top. And that's why I show up to give it to you, to give it. But this is the thing. Most people just take the information and hoard the information. If you heard me before, this is one of my lines. I don't want you to just keep the information for yourself. I don't want to be the best kept secret. Please share. Please tag. Go ahead and share. Yes, you know a girlfriend that needs this information. You know someone in your life needs to hear this information. They just need some inspiration in their life. They just need something, right, to help them go to the next day. Share, because when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Arm yourselves with it. And so I don't want you to just, I'm going to get this information because information without what? Somebody say it for me. If you follow me, you know what I'm about to say. Information without what? Implementation is just information. You just got the information. You're not growing in your business. You're not making more money in your business. You're not helping more people in your business because you just got the information. So information, don't forget it. So the next time I say it, you're going to say it for me. You're going to put it in the comments. A pretty person is putting this in the comments for me because you love me and I love you and we're like best friends. And so a pretty person is putting all these nuggets in the comments for me so everybody else can get it when they watch the replay. So when you watch the replay, put replay and say thank you for taking the notes. So information without what? Say it with me. Implementation is just information. And that is not the goal. The goal is to help you move forward in your business, in your life. Whatever the dream is, the goal is to get there. The problem is most people wake up and they don't have a goal. They don't have a clue about what they need to do. So let's talk about this money thing. Let's talk about this money issue. This good life that you hear people say they have, right, which is available for you, Michelle. It's available for you on TikTok, Miss Kalisha. It's available for you, Denise. It's available. It's available. It's available. It's available. So this good life is not for the chosen few. It's for the few that choose. I'm choosing to learn. I'm choosing to be different. I'm choosing to put myself out there. I'm choosing it. Every day I choose. And I tell my boys all the time. So I have two boys, my husband and I, we live in Atlanta. And I tell them all the time, we all make choices. Every day I'm like, we all make choices. What's the choice that you're going to make? You have been given an opportunity to make the choice for your life. You are it again. So you've got to be willing to pay the price. Okay. There will be rejection, but that's a part of it. Denzel Washington said it best. You can't pray for rain and not deal with the mud too. It's a part of it. So many people want God to rain down on them. Rain down on me, God, with a house. Rain down on me with some blessings. Rain down on me with cars. Rain down on me. Okay. If you ask for rain, you have to deal with the mud too. It's going to get a little messy. Okay. It's going to be a little tough. It's going to be a little challenging. It's going to be. And so if you do not want rejection, because this is what I hear, I don't like it when people say no. What you talking about? Let's get real. People are going to say no. It's not personal. Write it down for me, Denise. Deborah, write it down for me. It's not personal. It's personal preference. Write that down. Say, Jerusha said, it's not personal. It's personal preference. She doesn't want it. That's okay. Next. I'm on to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. I am on to the next one. Okay? So I'm not waiting for 1 or 2 or 5 people because there's too many people that I need to try and help. It's too many people that are in financial straits right now. There are too many people that are suffering right now. There are too many people might need my product, my service. So I cannot wait for her. Right? She's not ready. She said, no, thank you. So it's not personal. It's what? Write it down. It's personal preference. I don't want it today. I don't want it. So I tell the story all the time because sometimes analogies help me. So hopefully this helps you on Instagram. When you go to the mall and you see the lady with the teriyaki chicken, yes, and she says, would you like some teriyaki chicken? And you say, no, thank you. And you keep going, right? The next person, would you like some teriyaki chicken? She says, no, thank you. She keeps asking the next person, would you like some teriyaki chicken? No, thank you. Would you like some? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Does she shut down her restaurant? Oh, she doesn't? What does she do? The next person and the next one and the next one. Because guess what's going to happen? Somebody's going to say, yes. Somebody's going to get that teriyaki chicken. And they're going to go to the restaurant and what? Purchase. Okay? That's what they're going to do. Then you're going to have people who ignore her. So be honest. How many of you in the mall, you walk in the mall and you walk past her and you ignore her? You look this way because you don't want her to ask you, would you like some teriyaki chicken? You don't want her to ask, so you just go. You get on your phone. You go on the other side of the mall because you don't want her to ask you, do you want some teriyaki chicken? You do that. I see people do it. You do it. So why do you think people wouldn't do it to you and you have a business? That's so interesting. So you don't want to get rejected, but you reject people because you don't want it. You don't want it that day. You don't want it. Okay? You don't. And so I'm just like, you've got to understand a couple of things, okay? That rejection is a part of it. And as soon as you embrace it, you'll be fine. So if you missed it last night, I was interviewed on I Shine magazine and podcast with Miss Angela Lewis. So go back on my page, on my Facebook page, look at that interview. She's such a wonderful person. So I would strongly suggest you follow I Shine magazine and podcast. And one of the things that she asked was that, like, what is it that stops people from living up to their full potential? And for most people, it's fear, right? Fear of the unknown. And so they'd rather be comfortable as opposed to being uncomfortable. And so the lady with the teriyaki chicken, she understands there are going to be people that say, no, thank you. I'm not shutting down my restaurant because you didn't want my chicken today. There are people that's going to say, oh, I'm going to be back and get some. They never come back. That's what people tell you. Oh, I'm going to purchase your thing. They never purchase it. They say, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to your website. They never do it, right? That's a part of being in business. That's it, okay? You want to make sure, be receptive to all lessons. These are all lessons that you can learn. Be amazed. Don't take it for granted, right? Don't take your business for granted. Don't take your business coach for granted. Be grateful. Every day I'm like, I am so grateful. I'm grateful for where I'm going. I'm grateful for where I've been. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Every day you have to make sure that you're saying that over your businesses. Yes or yes. Okay. And it's okay to be different. I mean, you are an original. I love people that are different. Be brave. When you show up, be brave and do it scared. Be generous. Give. Notice that I'm not expecting to get a withdrawal without depositing into you first. I show up with the intention to deposit. Then I can ask for a withdrawal. But too many people are showing up, right? One time or 5 times, right? And they're expecting, a huge business by building online. They're expecting a huge following when they didn't show up and give first, which is going to be hard to do. Okay. So I'm certainly telling you, there's a little hack. You start giving and people will start following you and people will want what you have. You will attract your people. Like, you guys are my people. You're the pretty people. The pretty people show up. If you are a pretty person, hashtag pretty person, you a pretty person. You show up, you want to learn, you want to start a business, or you already have a business. And so you show up so you can better yourselves, right? So when you know better, you do what? Better. Success is around the corner for those who want it, because you will not grow accidentally. You will not grow accidentally. This is not by accident. This is by design. Like, I didn't randomly just be like, you know what? No, it's planned. It's a planned action. It's intentional to help, to show up at a certain time because someone is needing it, right? So yes, I don't know. I'm gonna have to block you on TikTok. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, hashtag pretty people. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's talk about this money issue. You will not grow accidentally. First, let's write that down. You will not. If you are offering your product, if you are offering your opportunity, obviously there's money involved. There's an exchange that needs to happen. So when someone says, I don't have the money, okay, if you are in a Zoom, you're FaceTiming them, or anything like that. Obviously, if you're face-to-face at a coffee meeting, it's easier because you do have that energy and that connection if you are. Most of us are not. We're like this online, or we're on the phone, or we're on Messenger, whatever, right? One thing that you can say, I'm big on learning how to overcome objections, because a lot of times people don't think about what they really need. They think about what they don't have. And so when you're thinking, oh, I don't have this, you always are going to have an excuse about why you're not where you want to be. And so what you want to do, because for some people, money is a sensitive subject. Don't talk about it. It's evil. You're not supposed to have a lot of it, whatever, right? I don't understand that. But the thing I love most about what I do, I get to help people create residual income. So they never have to say, I don't have money. How would you feel if you never have to say that again? Boom. There you go right there. That's how you overcome that objection. You ask a good question. I don't have the money to get started with your business. I don't have the money to purchase that product or whatever, your service. The thing I love most about what I do, I get to help people create residual income so they never have to say, I don't have money. How would you feel, Karen? I'm not saying you, Karen, but your name was on there. How would you feel if you never have to say that again? So it gives the person an opportunity to think, like, of course, no one wants to say they don't have the money. Everyone really wants to have the money, right? But are you willing to do what's necessary to always have it? Because I could teach you how to have it. I can teach you how to have a cash overflow. I can teach you how to do it, but it's going to require all of you. When I say all of you, it's going to require all of you to make that happen. Most people don't want to give all of themselves. They want to give a little bit. It's because I just want to see. I'm going to give this much and see. No, I'm going to need you to jump in, baby. Come on, jump in with me. I need you to give me all of you so we can win. That's what I need to happen. So when you are speaking to someone, just ask the right questions. Write that down. A pretty person got it. It was like bam, 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 bam. A pretty person wrote it down. So the next time somebody say, I don't have the money, they know exactly what to say. They know exactly what to ask. Another thing about the money is, if you are in this situation, or like I've been in the situation where you don't have the money that you want to invest at a certain level or whatever it is, you get to relate to the person. This is where you become human. We're all humans, right? We step in our britches one leg at a time. We're all the same. If I cut, you're going to bleed. If I cut you, you're going to bleed, right? We're the same. So we all have feelings. And so you want to relate to that person. I know how you feel. Okay, you do. If you have been broke before, yes. If you've been in debt before, yes. If you were short before, yes. You can relate to her not having it. So you don't want to be insensitive because all of a sudden you got it today. There was a time at some point you may not have had it. So you get to say, I know how you feel. When will you be ready to start making more money? When will you be ready to start making more money? When will you be ready to start changing your circumstances or financial circumstances? Just ask her. When is that going to happen? People will find it. If you are really in a situation where you've got to change your life, you are ready to do whatever is necessary. When you are hungry enough, you like, I don't care what it takes. As long as it's legal, I'm in. I was ready to leave my corporate job because I needed time freedom. And the first person that spoke to me, I was like, yes, because I was ready to learn. I was ready to jump all in what I need to do. Yes, I'm here. I'm present. I'm showing up. I'm learning. I'm doing it scared. I'm not worried about what people think. I'm here. So let me ask you, if money wasn't an option, would you get started? So people are like, oh, I don't have the money. Okay, let me ask you this. Is it Katina, if money wasn't an option, would you get started? Let me ask you, if money wasn't an option, would you purchase it today? Let me ask you, are you saying that you don't have $100, say if it was $100, right? Anywhere to start changing your circumstances? Let me just ask you. So whatever it costs to start your business, whatever it costs, your product solves problems, right? So you have a product that helps, her hair grow, right? You have this magical shampoo or whatever, and she needs it because her hair is falling out. She has a problem. You have the solution. You got the shampoo. So you ask, let me ask you, are you saying you don't have $50 anywhere to start changing your circumstances with your hair? She can find the $50. She can find the $100 if she wants to solve that problem. I don't believe you can't find it. Now, I think it takes time to find it, but I don't believe you can't. See, I don't use the word can't. I tell my children, if you use the word can't, I'm going to snatch you up. Don't say the word can't. You say, I don't want to, or I choose not to. It's really not can't. Oh, my son used to say this. I'll tell you guys a story. I used to say, tie your shoes. He said, oh, I can't tie my shoes. What? You can. No, I can't tie my shoes. I'm telling my son, no, tie your shoes. Every time I see you, your shoes are untied. This one, he was much younger. Tie your shoes. I can't. And at that moment, I said, we're going to remove can't from your vocabulary. You are no longer able to say the word can't. So when you go to school, you say, my mom said I can't say the word can't. I can't say the word can't. Okay, I can't use the word can't. You can't do it when it comes to you and your abilities, right? And so you want to say, I choose not to. I choose not to find the money. I don't want to find the money because that's really the answer. You don't want to. You don't want it bad enough, right? So it's not really can't, because you can save, whether it's $50 every paycheck or $100, whatever. You can figure it out. That's what I believe. Women will figure it out. Now, what I will say is you wait on no one. Even if she says, I'm going to come up with it, you're not going to wait on her. You just make it happen without her until she's ready. You love on her, you support her, but you cannot wait on her. Okay? Things may come to those who wait, but only things left from those who hustled. So you can't wait on her. You got to go ahead and get yours. You got to go ahead and help the next person and the next person so you can help more people. That's the goal. Oh, thank you so much. All right. Was this helpful? Say, Jerusha. So do me a favor. I love to overcome objections because I love to ask the right questions. If that was helpful, say helpful. Hashtag helpful. If that was helpful in learning how to overcome the objection of money, in so many more ways that I can tell you about that. I'll tell you one more in a moment about that money issue, and also making people understand that, you might not have all of it, but let's start where we are. Because if we do nothing, we're never going to get started. You've got to put some skin in the game. You've got to say, money make you move, right? So you've got to put some money on the table. Where your money at? Let's talk about it. And so if you love this type of overcoming objections, there are 10 ways to overcome objections. Like the key, I'm not interested. I'm not like you. I don't know a lot of people. I don't have them. It's so many. It's 10. The key 10. I actually have all of those that I would love to give to you in a free PDF. If you are part of the 3-day ride, which is my course, you get it. You get all 10. So if you want to be a part of the 3-day ride, it's a course that I put together for those people who want to start a business, or if you have a business and you just don't know what to do to get to the next level. You like, I just want to know, how do I talk to these people? I have scripts available for you. I have all of the ways you can find your ideal prospect on social media. Like I share my screen. I'm just not talking. I'm in there with you, sharing my screen, giving you the scripts, showing you where your ideal prospects are, starting conversations, teaching you what to post, how to post, when to post, what's good content, how to convert those people. Views don't really mean anything if you're not converting. You showing up, I love it, I love it, I love it. So please share. But if I'm not converting people by doing that, if I'm not making money from doing that, right, then I'm just showing up. So I teach how you convert those people into sales or enroll those people in your organization or whatever, your service. I also teach, obviously, mainly because I just love it, not just the overcoming objection, is you making sure that you have cash every day. You making sure you have cash every single week. And the things that I show help you build that cash overflow. And so that's what gets me excited, is I want everybody to be financially free who want to be. Only the ones who want it, because there's some work involved. You got to put in the sweat equity. You got to show up like this if you want something like that. So if you want to be a part of the 3-day ride, it's coming up. Registration is open, hashtag 3-day ride, or click the link in my bio. As soon as you click the link, it's my link tree. It'll take you to the 3-day ride. Register for the 3-day ride. I'm telling you, I over deliver. If you like this little bit, girl, I over deliver because I want you to get it. Because I remember I didn't have help like that. I wish somebody would have said, Jerusha, here you go, girl. Just say it like this. Do it like this. Go over here. Da, 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 da. I would have been like, yes. So what took me time to learn and build? I put it in a course, 3 days live with me. The great part about it, you get to stay with me in a private setting for 30 days while you implement. So I don't throw you out the course. I say, okay, you stay here. Let me nurture these relationships. Let me hear your questions. I answer questions. I give bonus trainings in there for 30 days as you are growing. Because you know what? I want you to get it. Because when you get it, you're like, I took the 3-day ride and now I'm here. We started from the bottom. Now we're here. And so for me, that gives me joy. So when I have those testimonials, my clients saying, I was only going to make $300. Now I'm making $1,200. I was only going to make, get one new team member. I got 3 new team members after taking the 3-day ride. So I love the stories. I love the success stories. Love it. Oh, hashtag 3-day rides, hashtag 3-day ride. If you know that's something that you want in your life, register now. I got to tell you a secret. I can only take a few people because if I take thousands, I'm not going to be able to answer all the questions. Like this is to the public, right? But in this setting, it's an intimate group where I can focus on your questions and your business and help you grow your organization. So I strongly suggest, if you're thinking about it, here's the money again. If you're thinking about it, oh no. Okay, scared money doesn't make money. And if it's not for you, girl, just show up free every time I show up live. Just click the 3 dots, do see first. So when I go live, you get a notification. You get the freebies. You get the freebies, baby. But if you want a little bit more, you're at a place in your life where you know you need it, I would strongly suggest the 3-day ride, but I would say do it now. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Now, I'll leave you guys with this. Another way you can ask the person about the money thing once they say, oh, I don't have the money. Okay. You can also say, if you had the money, would you do it right now? Like if you had the money, would you get started right now? Would you get started today? If you had the money, would you get started today? So she gets to say yes. Okay. So now you get to ask. All right. So if you got started, people usually say what's important to them first. So you want to ask, if you had the money, right? What would you do with it? If you had all the money in the world, what would you do with it? Or just enough money, whatever that looks like to you, because some people it's different levels, right? So if you had the money, what would you do with it? Now, most people are going to say, I would buy my dream home. I would purchase a car. I would get out of debt. They'll name like 10 things they would do. So let's list off these 10 things that you would do if you had the money. Okay. I would retire my parents. I would pay off their home. I would pay my college debt. I would pay for my niece and my nephews to have a college fund. I would open up a shelter for women. I would open a nonprofit for children. I would find a cure for cancer or diabetes or whatever, right? You would do all these things if you had the money. Now, what I want to ask you is, understand, once you tell me if you had the money, you're going to do all these great things in the world. You're about to change the world, okay? I'm going to say to you, when do you think that will become important enough for you to start today? When do you think that will become important enough for you to go live? When do you think that will become important enough for you to start posting on social media 1 to 3 times a day? When do you think that will become important enough for you to start private messaging people and building relationships? When do you think that will become important enough for you to start scared? When do you think, when you would do all these things if you had the money? If I could teach you, could you learn? If I could teach you a skill, could you learn? Yes or yes? Somebody say yes or yes, Jerusha. If I could teach you a skill, which I just said in the 3-day ride, I'm going to teach you a skill that you can learn so you could have the money. So if you have the money, you just said you would save the kids in Africa if you had the money. I'm going to teach you how to have the money. You just said you're going to get your parents' home paid off. You just said you're going to retire your husband. You said what you wanted to do. So you felt it. You said you would pay for your children's college completely so they're debt free. Now, that's important to you because I just said, if you had the money, what would you do? You told me these things. Now I'm going to ask you a great question. When do you think that will become important enough for you to start your business? Because it's not important right now. It's not, because you ain't do it. You didn't press the button. You didn't go live. You didn't do a reel. You didn't. You didn't show up for a training. You didn't show up for your webinars. You didn't show up for your Zooms. You didn't show up for your meetings. You didn't. So when do you think it will be important enough for you to do it? When? Oh, I love the hearts. Thank you so much. Okay. If you work hard enough, okay, and assert yourself and use your mind and your imagination, you can sharpen the world to your desires. The best way to learn is by doing. The best way to learn is by doing. The only way to build a strong work ethic is getting your hands dirty, get in the mud. Yes, there's no way. There's no other way. Yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, yes, yes. If it was easy, everybody be doing it. If it was easy, everybody would be rich. And if it was easy, everybody have the money. So you have to ask yourself, how bad do I want it? Is that important to me? Is making sure my children's college fund is taken care of, is that really important? I don't know if it's important enough for me to message people. Well, it's not that important. How important is it then? So you shouldn't have this issue about continuing to say, I don't have the money, because there are people that are helping you have the money. Okay. So I think most people don't want to be successful. Success is a planned outcome, not an accident. If you don't plan to win, then you plan to what? Fail. Every day I'm like, I got to plan to win today. I have to plan to win today. Success doesn't have limited seating. Like my 3-day ride has limited space, but success doesn't have limited seating. If you are not in an online business, creating an app, of course, purchasing one, creating whatever you want right now in this season, you're going to get left behind. Social media isn't going anywhere. They said Mark Zuckerberg had an announcement today. I missed it. Does anybody know what that announcement was? I'll check it out later. But during this pandemic, it forced people to become more innovative. It forced people to become more creative. It forced people to think outside the box moving forward. It's never going to go back to how it truly used to be, which is great. Change is great. Change is inevitable, and change is necessary. So you need to get with the program. Life is too short to be working for what you don't want. You don't want to continue to say, I don't have it. I don't want to continue to say, I don't have it. I know, do you want to continue to say you don't have it? I want to be able to be like, oh my gosh, I have it all of it. So I work for it. I'm not expecting somebody to just give it to me. I'm actually kind of offended when people want somebody just to give it to them. No, you need to work. You need to work for it so you can appreciate it more. So invest in yourself instead of investing in things that do not matter, okay? You can invest in all these other things. You can invest in a business. You can invest in a course. You can invest in your education. And investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Jerusha, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Knowledge is the new rich. And so if you want to eliminate saying, I don't have the money, we're going to change the way that you are speaking over yourself. And when you're talking to others who say they don't have the money, I just gave you several ways to overcome those objections and allow that person to really think about why they don't have it and do they want to change it. Oh, yes. She said, I'm taking that. Take it all. I showed up for you to take it. No excuses. All this free information. This is thing that people don't know about. It's my boyfriend. It's called Google. It's this thing. You better utilize those tools. It's these people that's called Jerusha Wiggins and other top producers that show up online that give you value and you just hoard the information. The information is available for you to change. All you got to do is implement. All you got to do is say, I'm ready. All you have to do is jump in. Stop making excuses for not being super successful. You got this. Girl, get up. You got this. So if that was helpful, say helpful. If you know you want the 3-day ride, you've learned something today. You're like, girl, I need that 3-day ride. Hashtag 3-day rides. She said, Jerusha. Hashtag 3-day ride. But the link is in my bio. If you follow me or whatever, click the link. My link tree is there. Click 3-day ride. It'll give you all the details, what I will cover in the course. I promise you it's more than enough, okay, that you will see results. And so you want to reserve your seat today. I'm trying to tell you, you want to reserve your seat today. I just love you guys. I love you showing up, all the pretty people. I appreciate the pretty people. And of course, the pretty people are also in my private group. So if you want to join us over there, click the link in the bio. And so I'm so appreciative of you today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha Wiggins, and I see you on the page.